Candidate of Cameroon's main opposition party, the Social Democratic Front (SDF), Fru Ndi at the October 9 presidential elections, has returned to his base Bamenda after spending a number of days in the nation's capital, Yaoundé, following up the electoral process that ended him on spot number 2 with just 10% of the votes. Fru Ndi was given a heroic welcome as he set foot in Bamenda. Amidst very tight security, a motorcade led him from the region's gateway Matasm through Finance Junction, Gang Junction, up to Veterinary Junction, where a new development was waiting for him. On the entrance to Sonak Street was a police truck with policemen. On arrival, Fru Ndi and his convoy were instructed to use the Ayaba Street to get to his Tarikon residence. This order was outrightly disrespected by the thousands who had turned up to receive Fru Ndi. Fru Ndi then decided to move out of his car to walk through Sonak Street. This was heavily applauded by his supporters, who sang to the top of their voices while expressing their discontentment.
Candidate at the 2011 presidential elections will be at a point that has been described by the SDF as Liberty Square.
It was here in 1990 where some people lost their lives in the struggle to bring democracy through the Social Democratic Front to Cameroon. For Fru Ndi to return from such a democratic exercise without passing through City Kemis or Liberty Square will be a mistake. While at the square, prayers were said. But unfortunately, the SDF chairman could not address the crowd. He then moved to his Tarikon palace, where in an address he called on the Cameroonian people to shun war and embrace love. He, however, expressed dissatisfaction with the state media for reporting that the SDF had accepted the October 9 result as declared by the Supreme Court. He explained.
No, that is not what the communique said. The communique said, we take cognizance of the Supreme Court's pronouncement of the results. We take cognizance of it. But I think I'm taking this, I've taken note. In other words, I've taken note of what the Supreme Court did, which is what they have protested.
But the SDFT has a standpoint which to Professor Paul Nkwi remains ideal.
I think the SDF has always stood and still stands for peaceful coexistence within among the believers in the different parties. We have always stood for peace. Because if SDF was what you call the radical socialist, it would have been much worse. But this is a different SDF, or what you call a different social democracy that believes in peace and wants to promote that peace. So we will not, as SDF, encourage the burning and destruction of property or the fighting of our own brothers. Because the destruction always ends up in both sides losing. And that is not what SDF wants.
The night address also gave the SDF chairman an opportunity to re-echo his stand of not running for president again in subsequent elections. Bakaderic reporting from Bamenda, Cameroon.